Yo, what up? It's Papa Swole. You ready? Look, tickle, tickle. Tickle, 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 tickle. Look at him. Look at him. Ready? Push him. Ready? Push his legs up. Ooh, that actually worked out, dude.
The sun is shining. The birds are chirping. The bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
I did that. I flopped down.
I saw you pushing.
Yeah. What up? What's up, bitches, snitches?
What's up?
Remember this guy, Concrete Yogi? Namaste.
What up? What up? Namaste.
All right, people, come on in. Today is a special episode. Gonna do a little Papa Swolio squat here. We're gonna get down a little bit. Got a little different tripod today, so we can get a closer angle later. So. Got a nice little split going on. I'm gonna do a squat. This is episode 319. What's up, Eric? Come on in, everyone. So this episode is going to be a push-up demonstration, and I actually answered this question on Ask Papa Swole about pre-exhaustion, and someone posted in Premium earlier today about activating the chest. So today is going to be exercise demo. So the way this is going to roll is I'm just going to talk a little bit about how to activate the chest and how to focus on the chest muscles and do a brief little intro to the demo, and then right after I'm going to switch it over into Premium. And if you're a member of Premium, you'll head on over there and I'll break down a little bit more, show some modifications, and Dominic's going to demonstrate, and I'm going to, you know, just discuss the muscles like literally on his body, and we'll kind of intro into that a little bit later. But some of you have experience with this man, and if you don't know him yet, it's at the Concrete Yogi, and I'll put that if someone could write or tag Dominic at the Concrete Yogi in the description. I'll also put that in the description afterwards. You can follow him over on his page, Concrete Yogi, the Concrete Yogi, and you'll see his live broadcast and also his YouTube channel, but we'll talk more about that. But Premium people already know. When you are doing a push-up, one of the biggest reasons and the major reasons why people do not get activation in their chest muscles is because of compensations. Now, sitting in a chair, sitting in a car, being hunched over is called upper cross syndrome, where the pectoralis major and minor, the anterior deltoid, and the upper trapezius get overactivated. And what overactivated means, and overactivation, is that they are working too hard during every movement, and they're more neurally stimulated during every movement. And the big misconception is that all you can do, or all you need to do, is pull the shoulder blades back and pull them down, and boom, you're gonna be hitting your chest. And the problem with that is your body is still sending these signals to these overactive muscles, to the chest, and not to the proper fibers of the chest, but to the protraction, the serratus anterior, and different muscles that are going to be pulling the shoulder forward, the pectoralis minor namely. And also the anterior deltoid. So people feel chest presses, push-ups, and all those types of pushing movements in their triceps and anterior deltoid, their shoulder, more than they will in their chest. So what I'm going to show you is, first off, I'm going to demonstrate on Dominic the proper form for a push-up, where you should be pinching, squeezing, retracting, and also we're going to demonstrate. Let's demonstrate the floor cobra too. Remember the one from Premium, the floor cobra, swooping cobra? A good activation exercise for the muscles in the back. Now, the muscles that are usually underactive as a result of the compensation are the middle and lower trapezius, the rhomboids, and the posterior rotator cuff. So I'm going to demonstrate a good corrective exercise, and right after I show proper form for a push-up, and then I'm going to get a little bit more in depth with this into Premium. So I'm going to flip the camera around in a second, lift up the tripod. Let's see how many people in here. A lot of heads. So if you have not shared this yet, make sure you share it now. Got about 50 people in here. So make sure that you are hitting the share button, because this is lit like a tit. Oh, did I even intro this?
I don't think you've introed it yet.
I didn't even intro it. Welcome everyone to episode 319 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular podcast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex.
Our biceps.
Our biceps of various size and quality. We got yoga biceps.
All right.
No, but he's been using the 9-day dash.
I have been using the 90-day dash.
Probably the biggest yogi I've ever seen. And of course, Papa Swolio fucking Normous. So thank you for joining Lit Like a Tit episode 319, because you know, on the Daily Swole, we get yoked from our head to our feet because Papa Swolio goes balls deep. I don't have my other hand handy, but that's what it looks like for knowledge fisting. Knowledge nukes as well. Knowledge nukes as well. So this is Hollywood Beach. If you haven't noticed, it is ridiculous out and there's no spring breakers anymore. Thank the Lord. And yeah, let's get into it. So hit the share button. If you haven't hit the share button, hit the share button. And if you are hitting the share button, thank you, because I can see who does hit the share button. So don't be shy with that finger. Give me the finger. Give me the finger. Okay, straight. Now, all right. So what I'm gonna do is bring this a little bit closer. That way you can see Dominic. So D-Bone Jones getting a push-up position. Now here's what I want to show and demonstrate. I'm going to drop this camera a little bit, so just stay with me. Don't get nauseous, anyone. Whee! You're coming down to about a horizontal level. All right, so Dominic, as you can see, his stomach is pulled in. You got his navel drawn in here. Let me get over here. Okay, the most important thing with a push-up is stomach drawn in, so you're activating your transverse abdominis. Glutes are tight, so you're squeezing like you're trying to grip a $1 million check between your butt cheeks. Ankles are neutral, head's nice aligned, chin tucked in. You're not looking forward. A lot of people will look forward when they're doing a push-up, but there's nothing to see, just cervical extension, and you're just jacking up your upper trapezius even more. So keep your shoulders back, pull the shoulder blades back, and he's gonna demonstrate down and up. I'll back up, down and up, good, chin tucked in, nice and slow, going down. Now, one of the best ways to activate the chest when you're doing a push-up is to actively pinch your shoulder blades together. Activate the rhomboids and the middle and lower trapezius. You can come on up. We just did a yoga class. He just led a whole yoga practice that I did, so he's gonna be a little bit burnt. But right. Do another one. So you're not just working your chest, pushing. You're trying to actively engage these muscles in the back here, up and down. Okay, now take it down to the ground. And if you've already done, let's say you know how to do a push-up and you got that underway, but you're having issues still, you need to activate these muscles. It's not so simple as just doing it. You have to make sure they're turning on. So squeezing the glutes, keeping the chest down. I want them to pull the chest down a little more. I actually want you to make contact with the chest so you're not engaging the lower back. You want to be relaxed here, pinching down, and then slowly sweep the arms forward. See how his neck is tucked in, his chin's in, he's looking down, his hands are off the ground, so it's all here. It's all middle and lower trapezius, and the lower traps actually comes all the way down here, and sweeping back. Good, and that's a good example. Good, plenty, wonderful. I'm gonna flip this camera back around, and what I really want to talk a little bit more about in the premium group is a couple of variations. So when you're doing a push-up, and I'll let Dominic add a couple words here for his personal experience with yoga practice in relation to what he does on the daily. When you're doing your chest exercise, this applies for everything. And it's in the 90-day dash, my program. And of course, if you're not a member of Premium, there's a link right here in the description. I'll give you a few minutes. Yeah, what are you doing? What are you waiting for? There's a 7-day free trial. So click the link in the description. That way you can get in now, and you might even be able to get in before we go live right after this in Premium to go into that a little bit more, because there's still a couple pitfalls that people will get into when they're doing their chest push-ups for different variations, for different reasons that I want to get into, show a couple stretches and a couple ways to make those push-ups more effective. The floor cobra, which is something that's in the 90-day dash, is a great activation. So it's not so much that you are doing the good form or you're trying to put your body in good form position. It's more so that you are doing so when the proper muscles are being activated. In order to activate and create balance around the joint, you have to create that inhibition for the muscles that are tight, as well as the activation for the muscles that are weak. It's not just so much of, okay, look, I'm stretching, now I'm good. No, you got to turn the right muscles on. So D-Bone Jones, maybe a couple words about how this affects, or what do you see in terms of yoga practice? Because if you don't know already, in Premium, and I'm posting today, everyone, a yoga flow, full yoga flow from the Concrete Yogi. So if you don't know and you're not in Premium, which you should be, it's always, you know, of course, what the fuck are you waiting for? 7-day free trial. So I would even recommend jumping off this now and quickly,
go get it.
Yeah, quickly signing up. There's a link, like I said, in the description, 7-day free trial. Jump on that now so you can be in here, and I'll add you if you do it now before we go live. But Dominic does, obviously he's our resident badass yogi. So yes. How would what we just talked about in terms of push-up, how would that relate to what you see in your classes, what you see in your practice, or when people are doing chaturanga, the normal flows, or like when they see the flow later, how they can use that for
Yeah, a chaturanga is basically a tricep push-up. It's very close, restriction, elbows to the sides, so there's a lot of isolation to the triceps.
Right.
Not as much activation to the chest, but like he's talking about, you want to be able to work the proper muscles to stabilize the motion that you're going to be going through. If you think that you don't need triceps when you're working the chest and doing push-ups, you're crazy. You're going to need strong triceps. You're crazy.
Ludicrous.
Ludicrous. So there's going to be times for you to work out doing things like chaturanga push-ups, or a vinyasa flow is going to be able to not only build strength but also extension out of the different heads of the tricep. It'll keep that long, lean, defined look. It'll also help bring more mobility to the shoulders, to the chest, to the back of the arm, obviously. So combining the yogic practice with these chest exercises is perfect, and it's almost necessary. I would say it's necessary.
And that was an interesting point. I think what most people want out of chest, like, oh, I want to get bigger chest, I want to, we're talking about strengthening, and let's talk about, just think about this in terms of no pain. Because most of you are having rotator cuff issues, you're having chronic neck pain, you're having issues in your lower back, and a lot of this could come from you being tight in the upper body. So when you're trying to do upper body exercise, like overhead press or things like that, because your shoulder capsule and your upper back is so tight, you're forced to compensate by arching your lower back too much. And the body is a system, so if you don't have everything mobile, which is why I always promote yoga so much, if you don't have everything mobile, you're going to compensate to kind of detour around those things. So right now, we're gonna go live in premium, so we'll give about 5 minutes of lag time. So if you're not a member of Swolenormous Premium yet, jump on it now. There's a link in the description. Just click it. 7-day free trial of premium. You can get it right now. And then after you sign up for it, you click the add to group, and I'll add you, and I'll get you in before the live broadcast. But of course, this will stay here. And
I've got one more thing.
The concrete. He's got one more pour.
One more pour for
One
you.
more pour of concrete.
When you are doing a chaturanga, because it's such a repeated motion, a lot of people just decide that they're going to collapse down to their chest, and obviously you're not going to build any strength. We're going to go over this more in the premium
For
group,
shame.
but you should be slowly lowering down. Always try to work as much as you can, and then you'll always build the strength. So don't rush. Be patient. In physical fitness, in yoga, in health, in life, just be patient.
And stabilizer muscles are hit, and we talked about type 1 and type 2 fibers. Type 1 stabilizer fibers are targeted with more time under tension, slower movements, higher repetitions, which is why that slow eccentric descent is super important. So peace out, everyone. Thank you for joining myself and the Concrete Yogi.
The Concrete Yogi.
Live every day at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So you'll be able to catch all this and premium and the Concrete Yogi. And there's so much content that we're putting out all the time, every week. And make sure you join Premium. Thank you so much for joining myself and the Concrete Yogi for episode 2. Holy shit. 319 of the Daily Mother Swole. Good thing I brought my widescreen fisheye lens so you can catch all the gains in this fucking screen. Thanks for joining for episode 319. Remember, you can catch this and every episode of the Daily Swole right here, live at 12 noon Eastern time every day at Swolenormous. You can catch it on YouTube at Swolenormous, and also on SoundCloud and iTunes. Remember, use the hashtag AskPapaSwolio. Check out the playlist. There's about 30 videos coming over the next week. Amazing shit. Always use that hashtag AskPapaSwolio to get your questions answered on my new YouTube playlist. Peace out, Premium. Myself, and the Concrete Yogi will see you in a couple minutes. Later.
Peace.